How much butter is too much butter?
Albert, I would not recommend you take a chunk out of that. That is calories. Lots of calories.
How many calories?
I mean, it's literal fat. Albert, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, Albert.
I'm so hungry.
Albert! Just take a look at this. Feast your eyes on this instead. Do you see this, Albert? Alright.
Oh, that is nice.
Eyes away from the butter.
Uh-huh.
And wait, this might be hot. Is this hot?
Oh yeah, it's hot. My butter.
It's stolen. Shit. Are you good?
Oh, I bottle flipped right onto my foot.
Oh, I thought you dropped a knife on your foot. I was about to say.
Yeah, it's weird that people like consider eating food as entertainment.
I like looking at food. The food looks good and it is very oddly satisfying.
Have you ever thought about the parasocial relationship between streamers and viewers?
Yes. Because it can almost feel like when you're watching a streamer for a very long time, it's almost like you have this very close relationship with them. But from the streamer's perspective, it's like, yeah, it's like putting on like a performance in a way, but it's sort of a one-sided thing where the viewer feels that sort of connection, but I'm just like doing whatever, right?
Oh, I just meant that the viewers don't actually get to eat the steak.
Oh, yeah, that's also true. They can look at it. That's why aesthetics matter a lot. All right, as long as it looks good, that's all that matters.
I was told by some of the streamers a piece of advice. They said, don't see. Ah, there's an ant! There's an ant on my food.
What the f?
I'm gonna be a content creator today.
Oh, what does that mean?
Well, I woke up at 3 p.m. with no plans, and then I did nothing all day. Oh, you should have been there. I just sat there retrying spamming the same Osu songs over and over again. It was really pathetic. But now, I decided I'm gonna stream. I don't normally stream on Sundays. It's like this really bad thing where I have nothing better to do with my life. So I'm just gonna stream on a Sunday.
Do you feel like you're still productive when you stream?
I feel like streaming is easy productive. If I was actually feeling creative, I would work on my projects, but I don't have the energy to work on my projects.
So it's your method of still feeling like you are progressing, even though it's not probably what you should be working on. I feel that. I took many days off because I had a YouTube video to edit.
You just didn't do the video?
Yep. Every single day was just like, oh, I'll do it later. Or, oh, let me do this first. And then I'll just get distracted and do other things. So I just like kept pushing it back. To the point where like, even right now, I still haven't done it. I know I really need to like outsource this stuff.
You still haven't done it?
Nope. The due date is within this month for like sponsored deadline. Even though I have like the ad part of it finished, I still need to get the video part of it done. Which I have an idea of what I want it to be, but I just need to put everything together. This month ends soon. What day is it?
26. Yeah, 4 days.
Fuck.
Wait, did you pay your rent already?
Yeah, I paid it in advance.
Okay, because Christy, the one in charge of our rent, said if you don't pay rent for the month, she will poop in your room.
Oh yeah, I'm very familiar with that.
I almost missed the rent this time. I was so scared.
That you would see like poop in your room?
Yeah, I made it by like 6 hours.
Even that's something that I've been putting off. Cause like, it would be simpler if I just set up auto payment with my bank. But I'm trying to switch banks. And that was something that I was supposed to take care of within my first like 2 weeks of moving to LA. And it's been like 3 months. I have like an entire laundry list of shit to do. I just haven't done.
If it makes you feel any better, I procrastinate on my laundry. I think streamers are really bad at doing basic human things. They're really good at like playing games and making entertaining. They're really bad at being a normal human. It's because the kind of personality that would succeed on Twitch is also the kind of personality that would not succeed as a human being. Like you gotta be super ADHD, very eccentric, high energy, and you have to be fake as f. Unless you're Clint Stevens, that guy's awesome.
That's the Mario speedrunner dude, right? Super Mario 64?
Yeah, and he does this really crazy thing. Most streamers stream regularly. I stream regularly. I stream like 200 hours a month. Clint Stevens, when he doesn't feel good mentally, he does this really crazy thing where he just doesn't stream when he doesn't feel good. And then he does stream when he does feel good. It's so crazy, it's so smart. It's so
memes of that. Of like this dude disappearing for like months on end.
Yeah, he'll just like not stream for 3 months because he's not feeling good. He's like, I'm not in the right headspace. And then he takes a break and everyone respects him. And then he comes back and then everybody comes back. He's insane. I wish I had the willpower to do that. Like not stream when I'm not feeling good.
What do you feel is stopping you?
I literally stream out of boredom. I have nothing I want to do with my life. I mean, I have stuff I want to do with my life, but not stuff I want to do like immediately. Like when I think of what am I going to do this Sunday, there's not really any specific thing. I could work on my projects. I could watch some TV, hang out with Annie. And then if none of those come through, I can always just turn on my live stream and make progress. Streaming is just like this really easy button. You get to choose your own hours. It's really easy to just be like, oh yeah, like, I'm just gonna make progress today. I'll give you an example that I think is really, really easy to understand. You know the game RuneScape?
Yes. I've never played it though.
RuneScape is very addicting. At least it was. I don't know about now. But a lot of people, I've read a lot of reviewers played it as a kid. And like, One of the things you can level up is like woodcutting, or all the skills. It's literally just like click a tree every like 30 seconds. And you just like watch a guy cut down a tree and gain some EXP, occasionally level up and get stronger, get access to better trees and better axes. And it's like Pog, you get to cut willow trees now. Okay, it's really easy to just like log on to RuneScape and just cut some trees.
Right.
It's like, wow, Pog, I'm making progress. I'm cutting the trees. But what would actually be good if you wanted to progress would be to like do research. Figure out like good pathing on your trees or whatever, or like how to optimize your EXP gains. Turning on your stream is logging on to cut the trees. And then the real form of progression is taking the day off and then doing research, planning shit out. It's so hard. I don't have the mental capacity for it. My mental battery is too low. I only have enough battery to log on and cut trees.
It sounds like you're really lacking in terms of long-term goals that would mainly bring fulfillment.
Oh, no, I've got plenty of long-term goals. I want to be a bajillionaire.
Why?
Okay, my real long-term goal is I want to make a game dev studio and make a bunch of shitty indie games for fun. I just need a few $1 million, that's it.
Why do you value that?
I think that streaming is incredibly unhealthy for mental health in the long term. I think that it's fine to do it for a few years, but I don't see myself streaming in like 10 years. I think when I'm 35, I could be happy like developing games for a living, even if it pays a lot less. So I've already started. I've made a bunch of shitty games. My next game's gonna be less shitty. It's been in production for like 2.5 years. Hopefully it'll be kind of decent. And then the next one will be moderately decent. I have the head start of I get to advertise it myself. I'm gonna sponsor myself. I'm gonna sponsor a bunch of friends to play it. This is my jump. No, this is me using my current field to leverage myself into the next field.
A sort of transition, right?
I'm pretty sure a lot of people, and I bet you too, don't want to be streamers forever. There are some who just love getting like, they get off to like people watching them and being like, Pog, you're so Pog. But I don't think I'm one of them. I don't think you're one of them either. And you would eventually get bored of that.
About the game dev studio. What about that excites you? Like, you understand that you make less money. Money is not the issue here, or not your primary source of motivation. What about creating a game excites you?
I think it's really cool to create an experience, create a product that makes people feel emotion. I mean, if I had more talent in it, I'd rather make a TV show or like an animated film, but I don't have talent for that. I do know a little bit about game dev, so that was easier. But I just want to make a product that makes people feel things. I watched Squid Game earlier, and it made me cry at times. And I was really impressed. I was like, man, normally when I watch shows, I'm like, I know these are all actors. This is all fiction. So like, I don't really care about anybody, or like if people die, I don't really give a shit. But in Squid Game, even though they were actors, I still cried and I was like, holy shit, this is so good. It was so cool that like, this product made me cry. And the only time a product has made me cry in the past is that ball sack razor you were sponsored by. But it made me cry for a different reason. Anyway, I want to make a product that makes people cry or like feel like heightened emotions, like the feeling of like accomplishment or achievement. If I can make a game that makes people feel genuinely proud of themselves, I'm a winner. That means like that was successful, right? Because there's nothing to be proud of. You're a fucking loser. You played a video game for 8 hours, but yet you feel proud. In League of Legends, when you hit diamond for the first time, I guarantee you're gonna feel really, really good. But your mom's still gonna think my son's a loser.
Yep.
Who cares about money? As long as you have a certain amount. Like, yeah, if you can't afford rent, that really sucks. But after a certain point, I feel like more money doesn't really matter. So I'm really down to give up my income for a satisfying job.
I think that's very respectable. I guess my question really relies down in usually how I think of things, or how I was basically like taught, is that one of the best ways to motivate yourself in the now is to constantly remind yourself of your real goals for the future, right?
Sure.
So usually for me, when I'm like not feeling anything, I remember like, okay, my goal is to one day start a family, or to never experience my previous struggles in my own family, in my own life.
If you want to raise a family, let's get you a girlfriend. We're in Los Angeles. You're 21 years old. You're a hot young talent in the streaming industry. There are so many fake as fuck girls out there that are really attractive. Annie tells me a lot about them. She'll like randomly send me links. She's like, this girl's a bitch, but she's really hot. I'm like, okay. What do you want me to do with this? And she's like, just click on her profile and just look at her picture. She's so pretty. I'm like, okay, sure. I'm sure that we can find a real, genuine human being for you. We can find the perfect girl for you, and it's gonna be great. Because then, I'll tell you what's content. I'll tell you what grows your stream. Drama. Meet this girl on stream. Do activities with her. Alright? And then everyone's gonna like follow your relationship, and it's gonna be really toxic, because then like, if things go poorly between you two, it's gonna be like all over the internet, and both of you guys are gonna be really upset. But as long as it's going well, you're gonna get increased views and clicks. That's how offline TV started. They had like this big harem where like Toast was single and all the girls like kind of wanted him, and then everyone's like, oh my god, who's he gonna date? And then every single girl that was involved had like 10,000 viewers for like a few. Ah! I've been sitting on a pair of open scissors this whole time. What? I was like, I feel something stabbing my butt. Is there a hole in my pants?
No.
Okay. I can't believe I did that. I'm not saying you actually should do that. I think if you find a girl, you should keep it pretty to yourself. Unless you're one of those people that are fine with broadcasting your relationships, trading a little bit of your personal life for money.
Definitely no.
There are a lot of streamers I do know, and I still respect them. I still think they're very funny, but they definitely like publicize their romantic life for extra clicks. I can think of a few really powerful examples. Yeah, I'll just say it. It's really obvious. Like one of my friends, one of my former roommates actually, he used to live in, you're living in his room right now, Edison. He publicized his engagement, and it's like one of the legendary clips on Twitch. It gets him a lot of career growth, but it's also like you sell a little bit of your soul when you do that. So like have a very personal, private moment broadcasted on the internet. It grew his streaming career a lot. I personally would not feel comfortable doing it, but I wouldn't fault him for doing it. Yeah, a lot of streaming is like how much of your personal life do you want to give up for like the random benefits that can come with it. This feels like a conversation where you eat alcohol. I hardly drink, but right now I feel moderate amounts of depression. And this is the perfect time to be like, and then I can start ranting about something. So that's great.
I was about to get excited because I know how to make a nice Malibu sunset. But those are like the wrong reasons to drink.
Last time you got drunk, you took off your shirt and started asking everyone if they played Osu. No, we don't need to get drunk. I've actually never been drunk in my life. I really hate the taste of alcohol, so like I can never suffer through enough. Oh, you guys should have seen it. It was like Ed and like two girls, and he takes off his shirt, he's like, oh my god, come watch me play Osu.
I don't remember this. I thought it was a dude. Wait, that doesn't make it better.